Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Uncensored Critic podcast. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Amy into the world. Thank you very much. And welcome back to another Fringe in 15, a show which promotes fringe artists across the country and beyond, promoting their shows, whichever fringe that they find themselves at, the Camden Fringe, the Brighton Fringe, London Fringe, wherever you are, let's get your show promoted and let's get some tickets sold because I know you've worked very, very hard to put all this together and we want your hard work to be seen. And today we welcome along an old friend of mine, Emily Drewett, who I had to say we first met up in Birmingham back in 2017 when we did the TV adaptation of My Country, A Work in Progress, which was commissioned by the National Theatre, which I was lucky enough to be a part of when it was at the National at the time. And we met there, and she's just produced her own show called Situationshit, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But Emily, so good to see you.
And you, thanks for having me.
No, my pleasure. Thank you for coming on. How have you been?
Yes, I've been good. I've been very good, very busy organising all of this, but it's all very exciting.
Yeah. How does it feel to be the commander in chief of your own project now?
Oh gosh, so other than stressful, again, very exciting. And I can't wait to share it with
Yeah.
everyone.
Of course, yeah, and of course we'll get the dates and location in now. So you're part of the Camden Fringe, and it's on at the Libra Theatre Cafe on the 15th and 16th of August. Both days, your show starts at 3:45 p.m. And more details of that is on your website, which I will link down below, where you can also get your tickets, guys. Okay, cool. So here we go. So this is your 15-minute elevator style pitch for your show, Emily. So here we go. So I'll set the timer. Three, two, one. Here we go. So tell me about your show, Emily.
Yes, so Situationshit is a one-woman show. It's written in spoken word, and it is about finding your place within, I guess, modern world relationships and romance and dating after you've spent a long period with someone else. And it's told through the lens of a situationship. So I guess at its heart, it's about relationships, whether that is romantic relationships, friendships, the relationships you have with your family, the relationship you have with yourself. Yeah, I think that's it in a nutshell. But yeah, the audience are defo in on all the secrets and in on the inner monologue of stuff that people probably don't tend to admit out loud, usually.
Yeah, you reveal the secrets beneath the
Yes.
surface. Yeah,
It's very honest, I would say. Maybe
very
a bit
honest.
too honest sometimes.
Cool. Yeah, and of course we won't do any spoilers today because obviously we want people to come and see it. So what else can
Yes.
you tell me about the inspiration to write the piece and what messages do you want to leave the audiences with?
Yeah, so I mean, the inspiration, it actually kind of the springboard for it was a piece of poetry that I wrote, which I guess was inspired by leaving a relationship, but it just felt like a really good starting point for all of this to unravel. Yes, and where am I at with it now? Oh, yes, what do I want to leave the audience with? I think if they can leave feeling slightly less alone in kind of the world of relationships and love and all that, I think I've done my job because I think it's easy to assume that everyone's kind of got it all figured out. But I think this is a very good example of how that is not the case.
Yeah.
And then failing that, if they just have a laugh at someone else's expense and maybe leave feeling slightly better about their own love life, I feel like that is also a bonus.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. You've tapped into, from what I've read about your show anyway, you've tapped into this. The world of dating is constantly changing. You can meet in person still, of course you can, but you can meet on apps, you can meet
Exactly.
through websites, you can meet through any different type of
Yeah.
medium now. So was that part of your thinking as well? Just the world of dating, how it's expanded so much?
Yeah, I think so. I think it sort of kind of accidentally became influenced by that because like that was sort of where the world was at when I was writing it. And I think like you say, it's such a a hard thing to navigate now, isn't it? Like there's so many levels and layers, and you're sort of like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Like what's going on? Yeah, so I think this show is a good representation of maybe being a little bit kinder to yourself with that actually, and allowing it to be a bit messy and figure it out, and not be so hard on yourself
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah. And I think another thing I like to ask people is like, how does it speak to the here and now? And of course, we've touched on that just there. It's dating apps, it's the way that the world is going at the moment. And
Yeah.
I love this quote from the website, which says, your show in a nutshell is the ever shifting struggle of starting over when life as you know it changes. So
Yes.
what did you mean by that?
I think that's if you've sort of spent a long amount of time, I guess, with someone else, and that's kind of what you know, and that's your existence, and then all of a sudden you're sort of plopped into this new world of living as an individual. It's figuring that out, right? And going, God, who am I in this world?
Hmm.
What do I like? What do I not like? Where do I see myself going? What do I want to focus on? And also, there's a lot of maybe falling back into old habits involved in that, right? I almost think, and I didn't want the show to be about a breakup. It was almost, I saw it as it's more about kind of who you've been or where you've been and like what you're becoming and like this new version. And kind of the reflection within that and how you kind of find out lots of things about yourself and other people and yeah, your relationships with your friends and your family and yourself and all of that is involved, I think.
Yeah.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no worry about it. Of course, and I think one thing again, just by reading it and having not seen the show as of yet, but but a lot of people sort of get these. I've known people who've had these long experiences in relationships, etc., like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and suddenly when it stops, I can only imagine they must feel like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. What's going to happen? What's going on? Am I ever going to meet somebody else?
Yeah, that's
So is
really
that?
funny that you just said that line because I think you've literally just quoted like a line.
I don't know.
That's pretty funny.
There you go. There's an exclusive, guys. There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. We're teasing you.
Oh.
But so, and of course, like, it's comedy. You mentioned it's comedy and everything. And so, what's been the process of writing comedy like for yourself? Because I think it's like
Yeah.
you just never know what's going to make people laugh. So, what's been like your
You're
journey of
so
writing comedy?
right. Like I think there's a lot of trust involved, like in your kind of instinct and yourself to almost not censor yourself
Hmm.
too much. Because I think, especially with a one woman piece, I've found is you really have to almost like initially I found I sort of had to forget people were gonna come and see it because you sort of have to let go of that kind of ego part
Hmm.
and go it like you have to let people see this because it's such an honest account of this and that's almost what makes it relatable, right? Because I suppose if you censor it too much it just becomes kind of generic.
Yeah.
um but yeah, the comedy side, yeah, I had to sort of trust myself a lot and go, okay, well, if I find this situation funny or that funny, I'm
Hmm.
sure that's going to resonate. And yeah, and I guess like testing kind of material out and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I
Yeah.
think for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever done this, but have you ever been out like with people or something or with family and you've thought about, I'm not sure if this line's going to work, so I'm just going to throw this out to
Yeah,
the ether and just see what happens. And
not tell anyone I'm testing out a bit of material, but
yeah, yeah,
no, yeah, that too, I suppose.
yeah. It's like when
With
you do it
friends
and
and
you
stuff.
throw it out and everyone laughs, you're like, okay, right, remember
Like,
that, remember, write it down, write it down, yeah. Or if you put it out
yeah,
there and people go,
definitely.
they put it out there, people just go, Oh yeah, yeah. You're like,
Yeah,
okay, okay, okay. We won't use that one. But
yeah,
I suppose really the journey to the first idea to start to write this to where you are now. How's it been about writing, getting drafts together, and now booking a theatre as well in London? How's the whole process been so far?
yeah, yeah. It's been really good. I mean, because I'd always wanted to write something, but I think it's that initial getting started, isn't it? Which is why I think it was useful to look back at sort of stuff I'd already written, e.g., poetry, to just kind of get some kind of inspiration and then just start the thing
Hmm.
and kind of be, I don't know, be okay with the fact it's probably not going to be great, like the first draft.
Yeah,
And then a lot of train journeys, just like tip tapping away, and kind of, yeah, rereading, rewriting. Yeah, but it's kind of funny because I think as soon as I started it, I think I just knew exactly kind of the rhythm of it and how I wanted it to be. So it kind of was quite easy to write it initially, if I'm honest.
mm,
And then kind of when I wanted it to be a bit longer, that was kind of the harder part, was trying to get some new material in there. So I sort of had to be a bit stricter with, I guess, a process of writing.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Yeah, and you go through so many different drafts and different ways of
Mm,
looking at it. And I suppose, like, have you found like one draft you think, okay, that's my message, and then you go to another draft and say, oh no, that's my message, and then suddenly, like,
yeah,
where you are now, it's just kind of grown organically throughout the whole process.
yeah, definitely. Because I think even when I was writing it, I think I thought I knew what it was about, and then kind of after, yeah, getting to the final draft and doing a bit of it as part of a festival at the start of the year, I sort of then was like, oh, maybe this is what it's about, actually. Um, yeah, and yeah, and also trying to be, I don't know, actually sort of allowing it to develop naturally. Like if I reread it and go, oh, that's not where I'm at right now, or that's, I feel like from the reaction I got, maybe that's about this actually, or maybe I could go further with that
Mm,
actually, um, in terms of being like bigger with it. I think that's what I found being in the rehearsal room with somebody and bouncing off of ideas is Rogue. Her name is my good friend Rogue Spare. She's been
mhm.
helping me direct, and
Perfect.
yeah, I think she's just really allowed it to become bigger, and she's like, it really lends itself, I think, to like physical humor and it being a bit bigger. Yeah, so really like allowing the moments to land, I think, has been important. Yes.
Amazing. Good, good. Cool. So just two more things left for you. So I suppose really the journey to where you are now and everything and your experience as a writer and everything. Yeah, how do you feel about the whole process of writing in general? Was that always in your canon? Or was that something you've discovered as a result of doing this, do you think?
Um, it's always been in my canon in terms of I've always kind of written bits and bobs of poetry, but I'd never written a play.
Hmm.
But it was just always something I wanted to do. But now I've done this, it's very much something I would like to write more, and specifically either a two-hander or a four-hander. But I don't know. I think that seems quite daunting, to be fair. I think writing a few characters, I guess this has been very focused and something I relate to, so that's a lot easier. But no, it's definitely something I want to continue doing,
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm sure this is just the start of the journey for you,
Yes.
and it's great. And yeah, finally today. So I know we've talked about this before, but so in a nutshell, without any spoilers, what can people expect, and what would you like them to walk away with from your show?
I think they can expect an unfiltered account of dating life and figuring out who you are on your own after spending a long time with someone else.
Mhm.
I think it will be extremely relatable, and again, make them feel better about their own love life. And I hope they leave feeling lighter, they've had a laugh, and hopefully they'll be kinder to themselves when it comes to navigating the world of love. I think I would say yes.
Perfect. That sounds brilliant. Well, congratulations on getting it up and running, and congratulations on booking your spot in the Fringe season and everything. Like I say, guys, the link for tickets is down below. Go and check out Emily's work. I'm sure she'll do a stellar job. And having worked with her before, I know she can do a brilliant job at these things. So, yeah, there you go. Emily, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. And last thing to say is good luck with the show. And I'm sure you're going to be brilliant, and I look forward to seeing it as well. I can't wait to see the work that you've done and see you acting in your own thing, and it's great. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Emily. And guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This has been Fringe in 15 on the Uncensored Critic podcast. Stay tuned for more episodes, and if you're an artist who would like to get involved, get in touch via email or Instagram, and we can get you booked in. Anyway, Emily, best of luck, and lovely to see you again. Thank you.
Thank you, and you.